Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are guys. We're on a pretty stormy day on Skillion, and before I get started I want to talk about a couple of things. One's going to be a major correction. Safu asked in a comment in the previous video about this ramp and whether it could be retracted, and I said I didn't think it did, and John VZ800 immediately said yes it can. And what there is actually on this ship is some switches which I hadn't noticed. And if you click the switches, you can retract the ramp. You can also retract the ramp by just actually doing that as well, guys. So the ramp is actually retractable, which is really cool, guys. And to be honest, I'd never really realized that. I've actually built this before and I never actually used it or retracted it. So that's very interesting. The other thing that John pointed out is that you've got these switches here, and this one here actually, if I can get it to line up, closes the rear door. He also pointed out the fact that this ship actually has a special group called Landed, which if I switch off, the ship's probably going to fall to the ground now if I go up and jump into the cockpit, because this is an example of how you can actually customize your ship to using these groups. This is a whole level of complexity which I'm going to be honest guys, I've never really got into, especially the signals. I've done some very basic group management and to control bits, but I've never really got into that in great depth. It's something I do want to explore a lot in the future. And you can see now my ship's actually sinking to the ground because I've powered everything off. But of course we're going to power it all back on again, because what I want to do in this part, I want to do several things in this part. One of them is a strategy that John suggested to do with me actually using my capital vessel on the surface. And I have to admit guys, I am a bit bad like this. I actually do like having my capital vessel on the ground, but as John pointed out, this is quite a pretty high risk strategy. But before I actually do that, what I want to do is a little bit of mining first, and what I'm going to do is just power off this here. And the ship's actually kind of gone down a bit drunken like that, but we should be okay, because what I want to do, well, yeah, it's a little bit, we're not actually flat, are we? Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky. And what I want to do is just come out here, because what I want to do is actually mine some Sathium, because I just want to show you guys how you can mine Sathium using a ship as a base, coupled with the thing, because if I go outside with this radiation, life is going to be very difficult. But by using the ship, and you can use a capital vessel to do this, and what you can actually do is get underneath the ship. I mean, the ship should be able to defend itself anyway. And you can see the Sathium here, and what I'm going to do is just start drilling down into the ground here guys, and I'll see you once I've kind of started getting close to the Sathium itself. So I'll see you in a minute guys. Right guys, it's taken a little while to get down to it, but you can see now we're now closing in on this quite a big block of Sathium. And as you watch me mining this out, if you keep an eye on the bottom left, when this actually starts to explode, we should get quite a big crop here. Come on. Please. There we are. So we've got 262 Sathium there, guys. And just keep mining through this again, guys. We'll get there, don't worry. We've got another 386 there. Number 242. So it goes to show that it can be very profitable actually mining this Sathium. I can just see somebody on the edge of the radar here, so that's going to be a little bit, we have to keep an eye on that. Oh no, it's moved off, so we're okay guys. Right, one more just to show you guys, and then I'm going to mine the rest out. There we go, I've got 402 for that one. So what I'm going to do now guys is I'm going to mine out this Sathium, and then I'll see you once I've got it all collected up. Right guys, there's something on the horizon, so I actually need to stop mining. You can see here we got somebody closing in on us at 486 meters, so I need to get up here. We've got to get up this crooked, slightly crooked staircase, jump back into here. Let's get back onto the right, and oops, power everything up, and of course we're just going to fly back now. Oh, they've obviously gone off the radar anyway. Okay guys, just to show you, look at that, we got nearly 1500 Sathium, which we can quite effectively drop into the, and we found some neodymium ore, which could be quite useful to mine, but I'm not going to mine that. I think one mining session. So what we're going to do, guys, is just going to drop this into the advanced constructor, because we might as well get it somewhere where it's actually going to be very, very useful. Now the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is something that John suggested, and that is that, as I say, having my capital vessel down here on the ground can be very, very high risk, simply because, well, if you get close to a building or run into the patrol vessel, you can lose very, very quickly. So what I'm going to do is follow his suggestion, which is to get up into space. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fly up, guys. It's going to take a little while to get there, but we'll get there sooner or later. And one thing you want to do as you're kind of moving upwards is check the level of your ship. That'd be quite important later on once we actually get up into space. And I do like this smooth transition into space. So here we are, guys. We're now up. We're at 1,000 meters, and what you need to do is level the ship, because you can see here, if you keep pressing, the ship will come round like that. And I think what we're going to do is just keep rising up here. Now, strictly speaking, in space there is no up and down, but because of the nature of this game, there is an up and down. You can see here, and just to explain it to you guys, if you just look at the map, it's actually a flat plane like this, and there is an implied up and down. Now that may not seem important, but it will be important if I'll try and illustrate it, guys, and make a complete idiot of myself. So let's get up to there. Let's fly probably closer to the planet, right? So if I kind of do this and kind of fly up and rise, and if we stop there, right, and if I go back to first person, if I jump out, you see I can't, everything at the moment switched on, and I can walk around like this, right? Now if I come into here and switch everything off, you'll see that I can't move, and I have to now turn my jetpack on because we're effectively in space. And actually the game is actually obliged by actually having the ship level. Now if your ship wasn't orientated to the up down motion of the galaxy, you can see here that what you could effectively be doing is the ceiling could be the floor and the floor could be the ceiling, and then that makes it quite difficult to navigate with the jetpack, because as you can see here, I'm moving left and right, but I'm not actually doing it. And if you orientate that way, you can actually do that, but now the ship's not in orientation. I mean, you can live with this if you want to live in the realistic world, but sometimes it's actually easier just to come into here, and we'll just switch the gravity back on again, and I'll switch the thrusters off. Actually no, we'll just leave the thrusters on for the moment, and it's easier just to level the ship off like this, guys, and then whoops, no, just level the ship off, jump out, and it means you can walk around on a reasonably, take the jetpack off again. If you've got gravity in the ship, you don't bother using the jetpack. And we're now kind of sat in space up here, ready to go. And just to show you guys, we're just going to go down and go down to the back here. And of course, as long as you've got an EVA boost so you can survive the temperatures, and let me just extend the ramp so I can actually walk outside. You can go outside, but it's very, very cold. As you can see, it's there, minus. And you can actually drift out into space, but what you do need on is your jetpack. Otherwise you just kind of fall, free fall. So you can actually fly around with the jetpack, but be aware of the outside temperature. And we're just going to fly back inside again, guys, and land. You can see we're a bit skew whiff again. Okay. And we're just going to retract the ramp again. Ha! Discovered it, so now I'm playing with it. Now the next thing I want to talk about, because obviously as John suggested, you can explore the planet from using the capital base up in space, but there's one very important thing you do need to set before you actually go down here, is you need to make your capital ship your home spawn location. Because, well, what I will do is I will go down and explore with my small vessel, but you do need to make a certain amount of precautions here. And I think actually oh, I've got now 130mm missiles. Okay, that's a bit of a fail, guys. So what we're gonna have to do is come over here, and while I'm actually doing this as my advanced constructor, we're gonna have to make some ammunition for, because there's no point in us going down. And I think we'll just make 60 of them. Right, guys, whilst those missiles are being produced, I want to talk a little bit about the strategy. Obviously, there's capital vessels up in space, and if you're going to go down with a small vessel, this can be quite risky in many ways, because if you die down on the planet's surface, and if you hadn't set the home spawn, that effectively it's game over. But at the same time, you also need to be aware that even if you die down on the planet and you respawn back to the ship, it's going to be very, very difficult to get back down, unless of course you happen to have two small vessels stacked up here, to get back down and regain your backpack. So what you actually need to do is kind of plan for this before you actually go out. Oh, go and hook that ship there. Okay, let's just get away. Hopefully by now we would have built the missiles. Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take some of the supplies out that I don't need, and that includes the weapons as well. And I don't think I actually need the shotgun, so we don't need the shotgun ammunition. I think the sniper rifle, enhanced pistol, we got 943 rounds. This is got 30mm bullets. That could probably do with going into there. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be doing that much mining, so there's no point in carrying all these drill charges with me. So I'm just going to drop this down, because at the end of the day I can always come back. Let's get that there. I'm just going to drop that off, and the ore scanner and the night vision. I don't think we're going to be using the night vision. This ammunition's quite easily replaceable. I'm just going to split this up. Hopefully we're not going to get bitten by too many times. In fact, I think we'll drop that off a little bit more. I'm not going to take the explosives with me, because I'm not planning on attacking any enemy POIs. Right, so I've now sorted that out. Let's just advanced constructor. Where's my food? Where's my fridges gone? Cargo boxes, food storage. Okay, essentials. We can drop that in there. I don't think we need anything else in there. What we can do, plants and meds. We can drop this in here. Drop that there. Weapons and ammos. We can drop this in here so that we don't waste it. We can put the drill charges in here as well. We can probably go down there. That can go there. And what I'm going to do is drop. So we could probably keep the ore scanner just in case we actually need anything. 30mm bullets are what I probably want to put into there. Well, I think we can probably put the fuel back into here. Right, 30mm bullets I will probably want to put into, yeah, we got 1600, maybe a few more will do, so we'll put the bullets into there, because I don't have 30mm, we've got 40 AUs to deal with. Okay, so let's just go, and what we're gonna, oops, no, don't want to do that, guys. And what we're gonna do is fill all, so we've got plenty of ammunition, got some oxygen, got some power, cheese and onions ready to go. Okay, I'm just gonna power up, and of course our ship has gone wonky all over. Okay, we're out. And what we're going to do now is go down and explore the planet, because we're going to need to. As I say, there are great risks associated with this strategy, but then that's part of exploration. And another option you can do, guys, and again, you've got to remember, is when I launched out to do this exploration, it was with the foresight of the fact that Alpha 8.0 is coming up. Oops, we're a bit too close to the pole. Therefore, this series isn't probably going to run that much longer. Now, if I was actually doing this, and it will be in the future series. Oops, got the mining hub, so we're actually coming right back down on top of this mining hub. That's pretty good, guys, actually. Yeah. I would have obviously planned a little bit better with my ships, and one way to think of it, guys, is if you've built a big capital ship for space travel, what you can do is build another capital vessel, a smaller one, so you can say it's like an oversized small vessel, because the difference in size between a small vessel and a capital vessel is pretty relative, guys. It's more of a technology base, so you can have a large small vessel and a small capital vessel. And one of the advantages of having a small capital vessel for exploring planets like this, you can actually build a cockpit, build an interior cabin so you can stand up, and what you can do then is do what I just did with the capital vessel, but with a smaller capital vessel. So what you want to think of it's a bit like Russian dolls. You can have a capital vessel within a capital vessel, if that makes sense, guys. And then that capital vessel can be used then for planetary exploration, because in hostile environments like this, where there's radiation and stuff like that, crash capital vessel. Okay, let's go have a look at that. Yeah, so in a hostile environment where you don't want to be outside in very hot temperatures or radioactive situations, what you can do is actually, there's no drones protecting this. Okay, oh well, that's cool. Yeah, so this is just like MS Titan. Yeah, we're not going to waste our time exploring that, guys, but it's nice to know it's there. Yeah, so you can actually build we could say a surface capital vessel which has got reasonable defences, and you can actually mine from inside of it rather than having to stand on top of a small vessel, because obviously you've only got a single cockpit with a thing. What we got here? Oh, well, what's this? Okay, what is this? A medium. We also got to watch our range. So this looks a bit like the drone base. Oh no, it's an armory surrounded by drones. So we're certainly not going to mix it up with those guys. Actually, let's go through the curtain. Let's take a bit of a risk and go through the green curtain. So we're now on the other side. Just have a quick look at the map. So that's the crashed capital vessel. That's the mining. And quite often with these planets you do see that the key elements are often protected by bases and drones and... oh, what's this? Okay, let's just have a quick Skype in on this, guys. Now, unlike the abandoned mines on Omicron, as you can see, they're already firing at us. Get down. As I was about to say, on the planets like this, they can be a little bit hostile. In fact, let's just have a quick check on the damage that they actually did on that. And this is an example, guys. See, as soon as we're outside, whoops, oh, and he walked off the back. Certainly don't want to do that because we'll be dead at this height. Anything damaged? No. Okay. Just have a quick once over. Maybe they only knocked off a few hit points, but we'll just make sure, guys. Okay, that's good. You can see the radiation's already built up a little bit. And we actually got that on the radar. No. Okay, let's go check out that over there. So this is very much exploration. Yeah, what is this? Actually, if we get close to the mountains, we might be able to duck in behind cover. Sometimes if you approach by them... that's the civil hub. That's the civil hub that way. Okay, what's this then? This could be the drone base. Yeah, let's just kind of sneak in. Promethium deposit. Yeah. Oh wow, drone base. That's going to be. We're certainly going to pull away from there. Well, we got a civilian hub here. I'd like to check this out, but maybe we can. We get in. Okay, it's a large double mini drone there. Oops. I hate it when it does that. Great, we got enemy troop transport coming. Okay, can I sneak in and grab that before? Because a large mini drone could be quite a nice haul of resources. I mean, again, like I said, if I sound a bit tense, guys, that is because I am a little bit tense. You can see also down here is some pentaxit deposits. It'd be really nice to grab that. Steel plates and power. Okay, that's particularly that good. But the problem we're going to have is drones and various other stuff coming. There's something coming up. Troop transport, great. He's already on the ground. Right, well, I'm in trouble here, guys. Okay, let's just... and we're going to use missiles because there's bound to be... there they are. Anyone else there? There's one over there. There they are. I'm going to use extreme prejudice on them. Okay. Probably Rangers. Oh, come on. Die, you buggers. Trouble is, if there's other troop transports and that coming in, I can't really go and loot those. Okay. Gotcha. So, there's a large plasma drone there. I don't really want to get into... I really need to take that plasma drone out. He's probably behind that mountain. Ah, great. Gotcha. Okay, let's get back to third person. Fly back. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. Right, we should be able to snag that. Troop transport. Loot the troop transport. Well, we got a med kit and it's got some other bits and pieces. I mean, I'd like to pick those troops up, but probably they've all gone now, and sometimes it can be very hard to find them on the ground. Well, we might be able to sneak in and get that plasma drone, although it's very, very close to the... Okay, let's just get in here. I mean, plasma drones can often give you some very, very good resources like that. Wow, yeah, so you're going to have that. Now, the question is, there's something coming in behind us. Oh, is that the... No, this is the troop transport and the large mini drone. Okay, I mean, I'd love to get in and get that pentaxic, but the question is, can I get in and grab that? If I go onto the ground rather than use the platform. Okay, the trouble is it's annoying that you've got those red dots. Okay, let's just... Oops, no. Level off, please. This is going to be very, very risky, guys, but it might be worth it if we can actually... Let's get back into first person. Okay, we can get in and snag this pentaxic. Okay, just keep a very, very good eye on things. Well, just if we have a bit of a run around here, we've also got to keep an eye on the radiation. There's something else coming in. We need to get out of here ASAP. Okay. Yep. Oops, don't have jetpack on. Get back into... Geez, no, there's something else coming in really, really quickly. Okay, what is it? I'm probably outstaying my welcome here, guys. What are you? You're probably a drone. Let's see. Yeah. Right, there's another troop ship coming in. Okay. Trouble is, troop ships can come in from all sorts of directions, so let's just... Okay. That's probably the troop ship coming in there, so... Yeah. Troop transport. Yeah, just inside the range. Gotcha. Okay, let's just get over the top again. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, just flip through. I'm always doing that, pressing F6 instead of F5. Right, should be able to... a little bit of loot, not particularly brilliant, but I think we've had enough fun with the civil hub, guys. It's way too close to this drone base, so I think what we're going to do is just slide away and see if we can find anything else of interest. Unless I can... I mean, if I could... Just so tempted to get in there and grab that pentaxic. Anyway, there's something else over there, so let's just go over that way, guys. What's that over there? Something there. Right, we got drones defending Numidium. 2 of them. Probably keep away from those, because again, it's a bit too close to the drone base. What you really need is resources. I mean, finding the drone base is quite useful, to be honest, guys. in the sense, what on earth is this? Right, oh, we got admin skillion. Okay, okay, we got some more drones here. Okay, Promethium. Get gotcha that time, sneaking up on me. Okay, let's just get into here. Now I'm just going to drop down, guys, and level off. Now I'm just going to ooh, right on the limit. Oh, that's useful. I won't say no to that. Alright, I think what we're going to do is pay a visit to admin. It's right on the edge, but I think we'll be okay, guys. Famous last words. Oop, up a bit. And that's how I think it's just visit here and say hello, pay our respects. I'm gonna leave the actual leave the thrusters on, guys, just to see. Okay, hello guys. And I'm just gonna, I'm not sure of the lighting. I think John said I'm not sure if it's my actual graphic settings that's actually causing that problem with the light flaring. I seem to get quite a lot of it now. Then again, it could be the fact I've got my light on with the... Let me just do this, guys, and I'll have a quick check. Maybe if I... That doesn't seem to make any difference. I'll have to have a look at that, guys, because I still seem to be getting quite a lot of light flaring as such. There's another launch pad over there. Okay, guys. And you've got bandages, small med kits. Well, we'll take those. And we've got motorbike construction kit. I really would prefer a survival kit, actually, to be honest, guys. And I think what we're going to do is just going to go up and we'll just teleport up, see if we can get some more Pendaxic. I mean, obviously there's a risk that by going up and I've left my ship behind, that I could be in trouble, guys. So, what we've got here, trader, bandages. Oh, I think we'll just take the large med kits now. Variant route, okay. Anything down here? What we got here? Mining Corp. Yes, we'll take the refined Pentaxic. And I think we'll take the Promethium pellets as well while we're at it. And of course we're going to take the no, they've got no magnesium powder. I knew they had to have some magnesium powder in here somewhere. So you're going to take the magnesium powder. Okay, I think we're okay for the rest. And of course we can't steal anything from the vaults or cargo containers. Hello. Oh. Okay. Let's go and have a quick look downstairs. I don't think there's that much down here, to be honest, guys. I'm not a big... So something 1.34 kilometers away. I think we need to... I don't... Okay. Yeah, this light flaring is a little bit annoying. Okay, let's just jump into... Actually, it's quick. Anything here that needs repairing? No, okay, it seems to be okay. How about the cockpit itself? Oh, yeah, you're okay. You're okay. Front guns took a little bit of a bashing. Okay. Oh, you've taken a bit of damage. All right. Jump in. And I think this is where I'm going to leave it now, guys. What I'm going to do now is we're going to fly back to the camper van, and I think probably in the next part we'll go off somewhere else and visit another one, because this is very much more of a grand tour than serious in-depth exploration. That will be for the next series, guys. In fact, I feel like conquering the whole universe, and again, I'm going to kind of put it out there, guys. I have this thought of, well, it's a slight touch of the. I think that is. I think that should be the camper van. Let's check. Yep. I kind of got this vision for the next series of, well, I won't say as like building a space-bound capital vessel that's a bit like a Death Star is probably the term to say it, but it won't be round as in Star Wars. It's oops, this is going to be interesting. I don't know if you level off again, this is another reason why you want to park your capital vessel on the level, because it means that by pressing this you can level off your own ship to go in it. Yeah, I have this vision, guys, so I mean just to round this video off, and you can tell me how weird I really am and what am I thinking about, is the way I'm thinking of it, guys, is say like I build the camper van here, and that is the core of my ship. But if you imagine that, say, as I go through, that we start to extend it and add more to it, so eventually it becomes a really big space-bound Death Star orbital platform, that there's no way that eventually, after we've raided quite a few different planets, that you could actually land it on a planet successfully, because it would be so big. And the idea is we'll extend the hangar capacity so we can carry multiple ships. So like you'd have this, how can you say, a locust type effect going across the galaxy, invading all the planets, destroying all the opposition, stealing all the resources. Oops, I think that's not okay. Let's get back into first person. Yeah, I mean, that's a vision for a series, guys. How about that? Especially if with Alpha 8, with all the planets being a lot bigger. I mean, it could be real fun, guys, to actually do that. Anyway, I'm just going to shut the door. And I don't think I've actually switched the power off on here. Okay, let's switch the power off on here. Get into here. Wait. I'm always doing that. Okay, I shouldn't have damaged my plants. Just have a go and have a quick check, because it wasn't decompressed long enough. I've probably wasted some oxygen. Oops. I really thought I was inside the ship. Yeah, we're okay, guys. We've got lots and lots of resources. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I've probably gone on a lot longer than I should have done. And say the next part, well, maybe where can we go? Let's just have a quick look. Maybe we can. I think that's a really hostile lava planet. Maybe we can go to a Kua moon and then go out to Masperon. Maybe that's the route we can go. So probably go to a Kua. Might land and just say hello and have a look around, because you can get Pentaxic below water in a Kua. But we can certainly go to a Kua moon and get some Pentaxic store up. Give us plenty of range for us to jump to this distance. We could probably go to Masperon, and then maybe we're kind of curve back this way. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, guys, but that's all going to be for the next part, and of course subject to Alpha 8 suddenly springing on us. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.